Hello, peeps. Haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. Happy New Year to y'all. I think the last time I did a video was New Year's Eve. I did fireworks. And I'll show you how it turned out. Turned out pretty. It's a little hard to see, but I do have it varnished. Up close, it's really pretty. Okay, on to today's. So today what we're going to do is going to have a black background. Then I'm going to put down metallics in little puddles. But the surprise will be, on top of the metallics, I'm going to put down pearlescent paints. They all look white right now, but when they dry, they'll be color. So I'll have to update the video when I'm done, when it's dry, so you can see the beauty. But for now, we'll go ahead and we'll put down a black base. I hope you all had a fine New Year's. Now, normally you spread it out, but we're not going to spread it out. We're just going to like swoosh it around a little, because after the rest of the paint that we add to it, that'll give us the flow that we need to cover the whole entire thing. This color is Oxide Black from Amsterdam. And all the colors that I'm using today are Amsterdam. I have Amsterdam Bronze, Copper, Light Gold, and then the Pearlescents. And the Pearlescents, I have green, blue, yellow, purple, and red. I hope I have enough paint on here. Remember what I said, we're not covering the whole thing because we're putting a whole bunch of paint on top of this, which then will stretch out to cover the whole thing. If not, I can always add more black. Not a big deal. Nothing right, nothing wrong. I think that's becoming my catchphrase, kind of. I guess it could be worse. Lots of bubbles. So first we're going to pop some bubbles. And then we shall begin puddling our paints. So let's see, we'll start with bronze. Now, metallics and pearlescents show up best on a black base. They just do. Don't know why, but they just do. They do show up if you use oxide black, or excuse me, if you use titanium white as well, but it's not as brilliant. Okay, that's good for now. We'll go to our gold, or excuse me, copper. here. And gold. I chose the light gold because the other two are pretty dark. Whoops. I really don't want that there. If you accidentally drip, just touch it. That comes right off, which it did. Thank goodness. Maybe one up here. All right. Now you know, or you might not know, but red and blue make green, so we definitely don't want to have the red and blue together. So, we'll put the red. Let's pop a little bit of these bubbles too first. Okay. Now we're just going to put them on top of the pearlescents and our metallics and see what happens. I'm just as excited as you to find out what happens. So let's put the reds on there. Every drop of pearlescent, it's like gold. It's my favorite paint. Okay. Some green. I'm not going to use a lot of green because it's not my favorite color. Some purple. And some blue. And some yellow. Not using a lot of yellow either. So, what we shall do is now pop some bubbles. Again, it's all about the bubbles. Let it go. So now I'm going to take the skewer and we're going to make a herringbone design in it. So yeah, we're going to go across. Almost like making petals. You can see the pattern that you're pretty much making while you're doing it. And then we'll go the other way. You do as many times as you want until you see that pattern that you like. Remember, nothing is right and everything is wrong. Or vice versa. Everything is right, nothing's wrong. You're painting your way. Whatever. Happy New Year. So here's what it looks like. And now we're going to stretch it. But I do think I'm going to need more paint on the outside to stretch it out. So I'm going to pour the remaining amount of my copper around the sides and my metallics around the side just to give it something to flow on. I thought I had a ton of black. I have enough to move it, but I don't know if I have enough to actually stretch it out. So better safe than sorry. So I want this to turn out. Again, that's just to extend the flow. So that's good. On this side with the rest of the gold. Alrighty. I just wiped my hands on the pants. Didn't want to do that. Alright. Torch one more time. Alrighty. Let's stretch it out. Get down to the sides. You don't want to lose your pattern too much, so you want to sort of like go back and forth and back and forth, so you don't lose your pattern too much until you have it stretched out pretty good and covering the canvas, and then you'll dip it off the sides. But for now, we're still going to stretch it, bring it back on itself, go towards the corner a little bit, bring it back on itself. Got a lot of gold on here. And we're going to go off the corner to get rid of a little bit of this gold. Come back on itself. Come down to the other side. It's going to be pretty. And off to the side. Okay. I'm going to touch up our corners, as always. Bring this back down a little bit to this side. I'm going to come off this corner here. Perfect. Okay, we got good coverage. Going to clean up my sides a little bit. Stretched it out a lot, so the pattern's not going to be exactly what I wanted, but still going to be pretty. Now the pearlescents are going to turn colors. They are going to turn into all different colors. So, that being said, I'm going to clean up my hands a little bit, pardon me. You're not going to be able to see the true painting. I will have to post it later when it's dry, because you're not going to be able to see the colors of the pearls. They all look white right now, but they are not. You have blue, green, purple, yellow. All those colors are in there. I'm going to torch one more time. See if I can bring out any of the colors. see some of the blue coming out. Some of the red, and some of the purple. And it looks like I have a little piece of something on here. Where are my tweezers? I'll have to find my tweezers. Anyway, this is the finished product. As I said, you're not going to be able to see it until it dries. So what you see here is not what it's going to look like at all. All that white is going to be purple, blue, green, red, and yellow. Stay tuned, and I will bring you in and do a little update on this one. Alrighty? Thank you, peeps. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday.